What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to this other Dune 2000 game on multiplayer on cncnet.org. This will be a 1vs1 House Harkonnen versus House Harkonnen. No she, no unfair advantage, either specified or imagined. So we got MK in the gray corner against Berkani in the green corner. This should be interesting. I don't know who is gonna win, and I won't even try to take a guess, which would specifically be a wrong guess anyway, as usual. My track record is not very good in my own matches for predicting the correct victor early. Shall I predict anyway? Okay, I will predict. It's very hard to assess because experience definitely favors MK. But if you look in the recent past, like last 2 or 3 months, Berkani has definitely been playing more often. And we saw Berkani is able to stand against guys like Legolas. Not that is necessarily better than them, but he is able to deliver good fights. I also observed that MK improved his game dramatically over the last 6 months. He may not have played so many games very recently, but you see, I would be confident to beat Berkani in 1vs1. I would not be so confident to beat MK in 1vs1. So my prediction will go to MK, basically based on a relatively long experience play, but you know what this means. Oh, and Berkani, look at this experience lesson here. The Battle of the Scots definitely go for his way. First blood for MK. The other missile is gone, the siege tank is gone, the quad is gone. Well, okay, now the quad is gone, and now the infantry is gone. And, oh no! He also lost his Sardaukar. Well, now things look definitely sore for Berkani, who will have to go this game without his starting Sardaukar. I'm not sure if anyone ever won a game of Dune 2000 when losing his or her starting Sardaukar. You're adopting it? What? Nice start. Start? I guess that's what he meant. And that's good fair play, good sportsmanship show by Berkani. Who is building faster now? We have 4 refineries, 2 AV factories here. About the same here. Oh, here's a first tank. And money harvested, credits favor Berkani. So we're not sure if it's coincidence or if it's just pure good management, good money management and harvester management, but Berkani is doing a little better in this department so far. Oh, that's cocky. The second barrage very early. I certainly didn't anticipate that. While MK is going for the Orthodox third AV factory very fast, and then a first barrage. And I'm not sure the second barrage will come very early. And it's not the first time we see that from Berkani. It's interesting. As soon as he has a little amount of dudes, he sends them immediately for, probably splitting and maybe surprise his opponent. It won't be possible, I think, however, to surprise the starting units because MK is already retreating them to the home base. Now, as we should expect from this build order, Berkani has built more infantry, but MK should have a little more tanks because he built his third AV factory sooner. Oh, look at this already, the outpost and the its research center. That's what I would call an Armageddon-like build order. And I always said, and I didn't change idea, I think so far, that it's a really fine build order in 1 vs 1. Um, if there's no rush, let's agree on that. Because speed is not so much a factor, nor in the short term, nor in the long term. And now look, the significant amount of troopers coming go. I don't know if MK is expecting that, if he's seeing that, but he should retreat soon because he doesn't have the advantage so far if you look at the numbers. And he only has, well, maybe 2 siege tanks. Berkani is realizing this and he puts fire early on. They are done, and troopers, they are making their job very fine. Oh! And MK also lost his starting Sardaukar. But MK's troopers arrive, no, a little too late to make a difference. And the first engagement goes in Berkani's favor. Oh, look at this. I didn't spot that. MK also produced an early AX research center. That's interesting. In the production department, yeah, now we see a very little advantage to MK, but it will be hard to differentiate, to separate the players on this statistic, because now both will start will build mainly devastators and some other tanks from time to time. So this indicator is not very relevant from now on, in my opinion. This one is a bit. Well, and this one will be less and less significant as soon as some buildings start to get exploded because as you know, when you destroy a building, it gives some free light infantries to specific players. Now MK is trying to catch Berkani off guard, but it didn't work very well. Now the Devastators arrive, and Berkani should be able to consolidate his advantage. And especially considering the fact that MK doesn't have siege tanks. Oh, now he has, but the Dream Troopers have had time to destroy a couple Devastators, and that's the difference maker. Why Berkani retreats? Man, you had the advantage. Maybe because more and more Grey Devastators were pouring in, but Devastators are so slow and so bad at retreating efficiently that personally I would just let them there and say to the opponent, you want to... Oh my god! Misclick. And now we have a pretty equal game, I think. If you look at the kill department, Berkani has more kills, but he also builds more. He also built more troopers so far, so it's quite normal that more infantry will get killed in the process. Both players try to consolidate the middle very, very early. And MK is the first of the two to build a heavy factory there. Now, another wave of troopers, but this time MK had more siege tanks to withstand. It might not be sufficient, though, to consolidate. That's a very nasty battle for the middle. And so far, the advantage number definitely goes in MK's in Berkani's favor, pardon me. 6 Devastators here, only 4 there. Oh, I don't know why he built a Harvester. If it was a Devastator, it could have been some help for MK. But now, if Berkani destroys this and this, he should be able to win in the short term the battle for middle. That's it. The last Dray Devastator is done from middle, but a Dray wave of quads is coming on. This is targeting the Harvester, which I recommend to do. Now Berkani brings his own quad army. Both players have little reserves left. If you look at the star base here, well, okay, 4 more Devastators could make a difference. And if you look there, well, there's also 4 more Devastators. Sub-troops around the starport. If you look only at the quads, I would say MK has a number advantage. But now, yeah, obviously we are close to Green's main base and can be dangerous to assess that too early. That's a good move from MK. Caught off guard the Green trap. And if the Green army retreats, well, Dray can go destroys this and this. Done. Oh, I missed another explosion. Oh, that was the Dray construction yard in the middle spot. Well, MK can be satisfied with his red. I don't think that he lost more than he took, and he also took out a construction yard, which is always nice to do. Now Berkani is venturing away from his middle base. Does he have the numbers to justify that? I would say it's close. It's some risk on Berkani's part, and MK is realizing this. Look at the Harvesters coming. Dray Harvester Rush is coming. Now this could be the decisive battle. If MK loses this, he will be in big trouble. Oh my God! What's this plan? I don't know. I guess these are misleads, but it could kill Berkani in the long term. And look at the good difference Dray Harvesters are making in this fight. Green Devastators are just running like chickens without their heads. And Dray's army is just cutting through. That's a very impressive rush on MK's part. In my opinion, Berkani had the advantage, but he did a mistake by venturing away without spotting what his opponent Harvesters were doing. What a good counter by MK. This would be the perfect time to rebuild a heavy factory here, if I were MK. Not a refinery, I said. Heavy factory, come on! Here comes the barracks. And now Berkani selling his key buildings is a sign that he's not confident anymore. Of course, MK will not let those wind traps live. And MK, just like that, has conquered the middle. And look at how few units he lost in the process. That's very impressive. Good management. Good Harvester rush. And a very good, how we could call it, awareness. That's it. Good awareness on MK's part. Now the Dray heavy factory is back in middle. And Dray looks in full control of this match. And there's only 5 Devastators in the Green Army against like 10 here. That doesn't account for the Harvesters and the other vessels. Wow. I'm not sure how Berkani can recover from this. He will try to set a Harvester counter rush of his own. Another Dre wave is coming here. And Berkani should be wary to not expose his central base because, okay, he won't for now. If MK can pay attention to this front, he should definitely make his Devastators go at the front. And that's what I think is going to happen. And Berkani looks completely exhausted. He will try to concentrate the bulk of his forces against one front, and it might be the good thing to do. The Drain Harvester's Rush is coming on, and wow, troopers have had remarkable facility to break through the Dre army. A good counter-attack by Berkani, and this is because MK's focus was here, but it was taken off the principal front at a very bad time. But MK is still winning the match so far. And there's a third wave coming here. This third wave was obviously spotted. Oh, I didn't notice this. That's interesting. Now, in the short term, Berkani definitely has an advantage in numbers here compared to that. But when these reinforcements join the principal front, it might change. Lol. Well, that's a nice recovery from Berkani. I thought that the Grey Force going here was some kind of a diversion and that they would join the principal front in due time. But they did not, and Berkani took advantage from it to reverse his numbers disadvantage. Now this is a good attack by MK. You should take out the construction yard as well, but what was Berkani trying here exactly? I'm really not sure. Now numbers related, MK should win this, especially with the quads joining, and the other light army is very close. So now all of a sudden, Berkani is in a desperate situation. I guess he's targeting the Drain Harvesters. For now, no players has money problems, but Berkani could have if things stay like this. I'm not sure who initiated this big fight, but if it's Berkani, it was ill-advised because he clearly didn't have the numbers to justify this. And that's it. Berkani is calling GG. Wow. What a counter-thrust in the middle from MK. So I hope you enjoyed this game. Congrats to both players. And, well, for one time, my initial prediction was actually correct. Okay, goodbye.